I'm going to be changing my automatic transmission fluid in my '08 Subaru Outback here. I think I got everything I need here. Haven't done it yet on this vehicle, but have done it on our Odyssey, and I know to drain it on this one, which is a 17 millimeter bulb, drain bulb, and according to the dealer, there is no filter to change out, so it's just a dump the fluid and change out process, add some more. So I got read all kinds of different things about what type of automatic transmission fluid to use. Different people say Dextron 3, some people say gotta use synthetic. So after all that, I ended up just getting some certified automatic transmission fluid, high performance from the dealer. So it's certified by the dealer, so I assume I have good transmission fluid to replace what's in here. To fill, I see a lot of people using funnels to fill, and I'm sure that works just fine. When I did our Honda Odyssey, I ended up just using this neat little contraption that I got from Advance Auto. It's basically just a hose with a fitting on it that fits right on the quart transmission fluid bottles. It's got the hose, and on the Odyssey, actually, I had to fit this hose. I think it's probably about a 3/8 outer diameter, maybe ½ inch inner diameter hose. I had to fit that around the dipstick on the Odyssey. For this, actually, for the Subaru, it fits right inside the dipstick, because I guess the dipstick here is more designed to hold a funnel. So this slides real nicely, so I'm hoping this works. I don't know for sure. I'm going to have to pour slow at first and see what happens. But I don't see why it would be any different than using a funnel. And it works out well because it's got the fitting for the bottle. So I'll just slide this in here now ahead of time and leave it here. I've already got the dipstick out. Fluid was looking a little brown on the dipstick. I don't think it was in too bad a shape, but anyway, so I got that on there. First thing to do is drain the old fluid. Okay, I'm gonna take out the drain plug. Attempt to take out the drain plug, and it's been a while since that drain plug's been removed, and it's probably it's got some corrosion on it, and I sprayed it with some penetrating fluid, but hopefully it won't be too difficult to remove. To start with, I got my Milwaukee 18-volt impact gun. Maybe I can get it started with that. I'll give that a try first, and of course make sure it's in reverse. Do not want to try going in forward by accident. So I will give this a whirl first to try to at least loosen the plug. So there it goes. It's 17 millimeter, and that looks right. There we go. Got her started. And of course the rest I can do by hand. Okay, let that drain for a little while. Drain plug looks pretty pretty clean. This is not a magnetic one. The Odyssey had a magnetic one to pick up a bunch of the filings and whatnot from inside the transmission, but I guess Subaru doesn't feel that they need to do that. So okay, I got, it looks like fluid's drained out as much as it's gonna. This was slowly dripping out. I finger tightened the bolt back into the drain pan, and just to be clear here, I am not going to use the impact to tighten the bolt back on. I want to have much better control of how tight it is, and I don't want to take a risk on stripping anything, so just going to use my trusty old socket and built-in internal torque judgment to tighten it back up. And I'm sure it doesn't have to be too tight, but just for good measure, give it a couple good pulls as it's tightening, and I think we're good there. That should do it. Okay, so I need to know how much fluid I dumped so that I know how much to add back in. That's basically the process. It's no way of knowing for sure how much to add back in, really. Different amounts can get dumped depending on the position of the vehicle and whatnot. So I'm going to start dumping this into a used up old oil container I have, which basically has a measuring marks on it, so I can see how much. It's looking like close to 4 quarts here. You want to be careful not to overflow this. Okay, there's about 2 quarts there, yeah. Oh, it's going to be closer to 3 quarts, I think. Okay, there's 3 quarts. Bugs included. Don't know why a moth would want to fly into a container of used motor oil. Got my rag here. Like about it. Let's see here. We have, let's see, there's 3 quarts, 4 quarts. We're at about 3.5 quarts there. So that's what I'll be adding back in. Okay, my first container of certified Subaru ATF HP. Got the end of my hose into the dipstick hole as far as it will go. And now I want to spin the container onto this as opposed to the opposite. I don't want to twist the hose now because it'll just probably end up popping out. That's tight. And one more check here, make sure we're seated in, and I will Start pouring. Okay, so now I've got to judge about half of this quart. Maybe a little more. Try something else for this quart. All right, just pouring. Don't want to overflow. There we go. I'm gonna call that good for now. Can always add more. Don't really wanna take any out. So, I think we're good there. We'll just let as much of that drain in as we can at this point. Leave that sitting right there. That's it. We'll take her for a spin. Put the dipstick back in, of course, first. Measure it.